Hello and welcome to the Well-Appointed Desk August Planner Setup video. Pardon the mess. I am sharing my work table today with two cats, one who is gloriously sleeping right next to me, and one who's laying on the other end of the table and may knock something off at any moment. But they've at least given me this much space to work with, and I'm going to roll with that. So for August, for my planner, I am kind of sticking with what I've been doing over the last few months, which is to sort of pick a theme which helps me to limit or reduce the number of different possibilities, just sort of like give myself some guideposts, so that I'm not looking in my drawer of all things and kind of hitting decision fatigue of trying to decide what I'm going to do each day or each week. So for the theme, I decided to stick with sort of an astrological vibe, and August is the month of Leo. So I thought, well, that's great. I love lions and I love sunflowers. So, and I'm normally disinclined to pick browns and oranges and gold colors. So this was my excuse to sort of embrace sort of sunny yellows and things like that, which I don't normally use because I tend to favor blues and purples and things like that. So anyway, what I came up with was, so these are the pens that I narrowed down my collection to use throughout the month. I have here the Pentel Sign brush pen in pale brown, and that's sort of this first color here. And then I have, here it is, the mild liner, which I used for this header at the top, and it is cat hair. And this color is called, what is it called? It does not say. So it is just like, it's from one of the collections of sort of cottage core colors or whatever. So it's like a light brown or tan color. Then I pulled out this Zig Clean Color Dot, which I tend to like to play with the little dots and just make little squishy spots. I can use them for like if I'm making a list, and that can be my spot that I check things off. However, what I did discover is that when I put fountain pen ink over, it tends to blur. So unless it's really, really dry, it kind of can make a mess. I think it works better with like a more permanent ink situation. And then the color itself is this very light yellow. So chances are we'll end up using it more to maybe underline things or just to use the little dotty part, just to add a little bit of this like sunflower yellow color. And it listed the color as Summer Sun, so like I couldn't resist. Probably my favorite discovery, and I don't have a ton of these. I had some and have given them away because most of these are like a 1.0, so the dry time tends to be really long for me, and I end up smearing it everywhere and making a big mess. But this is a Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic, and this one is in gold, metallic red, and gold. And it's super sparkly and fun, and I was like, okay, this is perfect for this month, so I will try to make use of it throughout the month. The last thing that I have is just a Muji gel. I think this is actually, the insert that they use is actually one of the major Japanese brands. I can't remember, but it's a 0.25 orange gel pen. So like, it's not a big deal. I still have them. They still write, so I keep using them. So eventually I'll have to replace it, but that is the case with that. Oh, and a uni pen, which I found that I had, which is in a sepia, which is in a very sort of cold brown color, and it's a 0.1. I don't know, again, how much it'll get used, but maybe just a nice addition. I did not have a lot of brown and gold pens to pick from. So, and then for my fountain pens for this month, what I have is I filled this up with Kuiko Robert Oster Campfire, which is a Phaidon pen exclusive that I got when I was in Toronto. It is this lovely warm sort of orangey color. So I'm pretty excited about that. This Quico Sport has a custom nib that Matthew Chen did for me, so it had been like a double broad that he turned into more of a, not a nagi, not a toga, but his comparable nib grind. And I can never remember what it is. Something about a burrito. He'll laugh at me because I can never remember. And then let's see. In this, which is a Sailor Pro Color, it's normally a pen that comes with a stainless steel nib, but the gold accents and gold sparkles in the clear seemed very appropriate. And I put Quico Caramel Brown, but my Pro Color is very special because I took what is essentially a $60 pen and then had a 21 karat gold nib put in it because it matched. The steel nib didn't match. I had to fancy it up. So yeah, the nib is worth considerably more than the pen itself, but it's one that I like to pull out because it's very pretty, and the nib, of course, is spectacular. And then the last one is just a carryover from last month, which is, of course, my my Nagasawa, and I think it's called Spring Green, that I got from Jet Pens years and years and years ago. I do think Van Ness has had a few of these in the last few months, but this still has the Sailor, it has the Vinta Carnival ink in it, which is sort of a grayish green color. So I am, it's still full, and this is the one that sort of always rides in my notebook anyway. So I thought, even though it doesn't quite go with the whole color scheme, it's, I can't not travel with my lime green pen. So even though it doesn't kind of fit with my vibe, he's coming with me anyway. So those are all the pens. And I was laughing because I have started keeping these little note cards, which I'm pretty sure are coloring paper that Bob cut in 3x5 size for me. I have been keeping them in the back of my notebook and have been tickled to be able to like go back and see what colors I chose for each month. So there's July, there's June, there's May, and April. So I might not have saved all of them, but I like that I have some of them. And some of these are, like this was on a coloring, but I wrote on the wrong side of the card. I think that one too. But anyway, it's just kind of fun to see, like May and June had very similar color themes, which kind of played off of April. So I feel like August has a big aesthetic jump for me. I'm pretty excited about playing around with it. So I will tuck those back in the back of my notebook. And at the end of the year, I'll at least have half the year. So next part of this is going through my stash of washi tape and pulling out a few rolls. So I went with anything I could find that was sort of browns and golds and yellows. And I did include one roll of green because how could I not? Most of these are either things that have been in my collection for ages. I'm trying to keep these from rolling away. Or currently in the shop. So this is one of the Creeping Moon, There Be Dragons. This is the brown with the gold. I'm currently sold out, but I'll have to order some more and get that in stock. I don't even know if you guys can really see. Hopefully you can. But it's like maps and it's got little ships and stuff, so I thought that was really sweet. This is the Twigs, which is also a Creeping Moon washi tape. Then I have this one that's been in my collection forever. I don't know where it came from. It's little keys and locks. Again, totally no name. This one came from Jet Pens for sure. Look how big a roll this is. I will never use all this washi tape. This one has little gold pineapples on it, which felt very summer and festive. I wish I could go to Hawaii and eat fresh pineapple. This one is one of my favorites. I don't even remember where I scored this, but it's like faux wood grain, and it tears terribly, and it's such a pain in the butt. It doesn't stick very well, but I love that it's just fake wood grain. So how do you resist? And then these last few rolls, I have recently purchased a couple of these like mega packs of washi tape from Amazon because it's like, they're not very big rolls, so they're kind of perfect for just, you know, like a month play kind of thing. And they're not the best quality tape. Some of them are better. I think this one's better than these. But one of them came from a set called The Secret of Light Years. It's the Mr. Paper Vintage Time series. And I'll make sure that there's links if you guys are interested. But there were a bunch, like this one had a bunch of black and white ones, which I was looking forward to using around October. And then the other one, hold on, I'll set these tapes down. And then the other one was this giant box that had, again, they're all sort of astrology and like, you know, tarot, witchy goth, just sort of caters to me. But a lot of them are like dark blues and stuff, so I think these will be fun in the fall and the winter. And there's this like one roll that's humongous. It's like half my notebook. It's a giant roll. I don't know if I'll use it for anything. And they do put like weird words on here, not always translated cleanly. So I don't know what I'll do with that one. But again, like this set was like $10 for this big box. And you know, you buy silly stuff when you're, you know, placing orders at 2 in the morning. No judgment. Oh, in case you were about the ink that I put in my pens, there's the Campfire. And here is the Kaweco Caramel Brown. Underrated ink, this Kaweco Brown. So the next part, oh, I should probably talk about this. So this month I went ahead and made my own calendar again, which I had done in June, but it did not go well. So my June one, the dates were all wrong. The calendar's all goofball. Like, it kind of did not work out well. But for August, I think I worked out some of the kinks. I'm no longer having technical difficulties with the software. So I made this, and if you are a patron, you are able to download a copy of this if you want one. It is only available in B6 because I don't know if anyone will actually download or want this ridiculous thing. And it is in color, but I only have a black and white laser printer here. So this part, you know, like the flowers and everything are color. So they're really pretty. I just printed them on like a craft paper in an effort to make them a little prettier. And then I went ahead and started writing in some upcoming dates because the real big deal here is I'm going to be traveling a lot this month, and I wanted to make sure that I had sort of everything written down and tracked a little bit. And then this horrible yellow line is the Mercury retrograde. That's going to basically be from the DC Pen Show all the way through the San Francisco Pen Show. So if you are traveling, make sure that you double check the times of your flights. Make sure that if anything has changed, you know, leave lots of time to get to and from the airport or to and from the events. Be prepared to wait if you're parking, because Mercury rules over communication, that kind of thing. So things can get a little haywire, a little janky. But anyway, so I included a little bit of information here that I found on the internet about Leo, and some notable dates, including August 2nd is National Coloring Book Day. So thought those were fun. And then I just, in order for this to just be like one sheet of 8.5 by 11, I made it so that you just print it out and you just cut around the edge and then fold it in the middle. And then you can just tape it into your notebook. And this will tape into an A5 too, because it'd be smaller. So if you want to play around with it, or you can just have it and just, you know, tuck it in your notebook or whatever. But I just like having a visual calendar. Sometimes it helps me figure out how much time I actually have when I can look at all the things. So, into the land of stickers. So, I am going to utilize a few of the stickers that I got from Sticky Club for this month. There's some pretty golds. There's a whole bunch of like notebooks and stuff, which I think will be really fitting since I'll be going to both the DC and the San Francisco show this month. There's some coffee, which will always come in handy. Some mushrooms and leaves. And then I thought these like moths and butterflies in gold would be really pretty. I might save the black ones for Halloween. And then I'm going to continue to rely on the Old Faithful. These are, I purchased these for under $10 on Amazon. It's a set of like washi stickers with the month and the day on each one. And and really couldn't resist them. And I will put links in. I've shown them before, so they won't be anything new if you've watched any of these other videos. And then I just went through my stash of stickers and sticker books and kind of just pulled out pages that felt sunny and warm, you know, butterflies and lemons, some warm colored leaves. I have these like sticky washi stickers that have round stickers as well as just like tape strips so that I can put them on and use them to write my dates. I found these pretty gemstone stickers. And so these are kind of what I'm going to be putting in for the month of August. And I'm going to set these over here for right now. And I kind of, oh, and I have a couple of sheets of paper that are like these decorative sheets. And I tend to like to keep a few of these sheets for if I have a day that runs, like I have more to say than necessarily fit. I like to use like these to just write on the back, and then I can fold them in, and then I just will tape them in, you know. I can fold them like this, I can fold them whatever. And then I just wanted to add some sheets that sort of went along with the aesthetic that I'd chosen for the month. So in order to make this video not 5 hours long, I pre-gamed a little bit and I picked out a few stickers to do a few days of my page layouts so you guys can follow along at home. So this is sort of a plan with me section. What I might end up doing is speeding this up because this might be super boring for you. Do not know. So I didn't go into detail about where the stickers came from. So most of them came from the same places I have been using. I'm trying to work my way through some of these books that I bought on Amazon. Most of them were about $20 or so, between $10 and $20. This is the Antiquarian sticker book. And this one is, the theme is bibliophilia. So it's just a lot of like storybook graphics and kind of just weird stuff. And I really enjoy it. And I've been just like, I either will tear a whole page out or I'll cut out a couple of stickers that I want to use. My goal is to just continue to use these books up until I have used everything. Two of the other ones I have used these are both from Peter Popper Press, Loads of Ephemera and Bunches of Botanicals. And I actually scored these, I think, when I was working at Victorian Trading Company. We were trying to decide whether or not we were going to carry these in the catalog. And I think they sent us samples, and I was like, and I will be taking that. Thank you very much. So I have basically destroyed these. I've used them so much. So like the pages are just falling out. But it just means I'm using them. They're getting good mileage. And the botanicals one really was more botanical focused. The ephemera one has some animals, plants, so forth, but mine's all scrambled because I keep pulling pages out. So, you know, use your best judgment if you decide to order them. And then the last this is from DK is the publisher. And it is the Botanist's Sticker Anthology. And this one is a lot more just plants, leaves, and then occasionally they'll do these like some letter stickers and stuff like that. They're not super sticky. Sometimes I've had to add a little bit of glue on the back to get these suckers to stick, but they are really pretty and just great vintage. This is like totally my jam. So anyway, sorry, forgot to mention where the stickers came from. Though if you've watched videos before, they're from the same place because I keep using the same ones. I'm just trying to use them up. So I'm going to play around with this. I really like the idea of laying out these two little, like I took this one piece, cut it in half, and then put the side pieces opposite each other. So, and as I've mentioned before, I try to vary where I put the stickers in the book so that they're not always like in the top corner or the bottom corner, to create that like bulk in the book where it's like one corner is just too thick. So I try to like, sometimes it's in the middle, sometimes it's at the bottom, sometimes it's on the left side, sometimes it's on the right. So, And I got little bumpies in the stickers, but you know, we're just gonna roll with it. And then I'm grabbing one of these washi stickers, and I'm just gonna stick it right here. So, and then I can write the day or whatever over here. So, and of course I'm using my awesome Creeping Moon book clip, which I think is amazing. Available in my shop. So I'll grab that one. So, like I said, I pre-gamed a little because I knew that there's going to be, like, you guys didn't want to sit here and watch me pick out stickers. So what I was thinking with this one was it was a bigger sticker, and I trimmed it so that I could wrap it like this, and then I'm going to add some little bugs. And then on the facing page, I wanted just sort of matching. So, and I might cut this a little bit. Hold, please. Okay, had to get some scissors. I'm going to trim a little bit of this sticker off because it just seems a little... And I end up having all these little scraps everywhere, and I can never remember where they came from. So, I had one of the cats move. He's going to hang out with his mom. So, the light might be better. I don't know. So this was another set of, like, just sort of die-cut washi stickers I found on Amazon. They don't leave me alone with money, space credit money. I spend it on stickers and washi tape. So, there we go. I really like playing with the edges and, you know, getting things to like bleed off the edge, just because I feel like it adds more visual interest than just having the sticker sort of stuck in the middle of the page. But whatever makes you happy, you know what I mean? So there we go. And then I'm going to add my date stickers. Okay, so this sets up the first 2 weeks. I need one more little spread. I think I might do a little map, flower. And then I think put this little journal sticker in here. Oh, that's kind of cool. There we go. Actually, I wonder if my little label sticker will fit. Nope, it's a little big. I'm going to stick it down here. Here we go. So there's my first 2 weeks all laid out. And these 2 pages I cheated. I started playing around with it because I really wanted these sort of leaves all around this little, looks like a letterpress coin kind of thing. And yeah, so I've got these set up now. I'll just have to go back and I'll handwrite in later the days of the week with my pen selections, and yeah, and then I'll be able to get started. So that is sort of how I set these up. I hope this wasn't too boring. I hope you enjoyed it. I did figure out that even though this is the Stology B6 365, apparently I can't count, and I've used more than the pages I'm supposed to, so I'm going to run out of pages sometime in November, which is what happened to me last year. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't switch to a different format instead of the 365 and do like 2 6-month kind of things, and then I won't have to worry about running out of pages. So that's part of also why I've started sticking pages in, just because then I'm adding as I go along, and I laugh at how bulky this has gotten. So yeah, this is where I'm at. Right here is the yellow tab, and this is what I've got left, which is why you can see why I got a little paranoid I might run out. So anyway, that is my sunflowers and lions Leo August planner setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. I definitely try to make these a little snappier in the future, and thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you again next month.